Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. I messed up this week. I totally forgot about the 25th of the month and that I had to do a card for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my holiday card hijinks for today. It's going to be just like a quick and simple Christmas card using Mama Elephant's the Nutcracker set. I'm just going to use the Nutcrackers today because I think they're adorable. We're going to use the one with the star and then this little guy with the V, and then we're just going to do like a lineup of soldiers, and then maybe we'll use the sentiment. So this card can be done using just the one set. So I will move over to voiceover and get started on that. You guys can watch me put this card together. Hey guys, voiceover Liz here. Apologies if you hear any construction in the background. There is construction happening at the building next door. They're redoing the parking lot. They're working on a culvert down the street, so there could be some loud noises here and there as trucks go by. I will hopefully get this done quickly because there's only like 7 minutes of talking. But anyway, so originally this card was meant to be a 1-layer card, which is why I put 1 in quotations on the thumbnail. The sentiment did turn out to be a little bit crooked for some reason. I did use this guide to lay everything out, but it still just wasn't straight enough. So I end up cutting it again separately and then adding it with some foam tape over top just so that it didn't look like a mistake. I feel like if I stamped it, cut it out, and just glue it on flat, it would have looked like I made a mistake. So at least if you put it up on some foam tape, it makes it look intentional. But yeah, so this could be a 1-layer card as long as you don't mess up your sentiment. But you spend so much time coloring on this, you really don't want to, have to start over again just to get it as 1-layer card, because you're going to waste the cardstock anyway. So you might as well do a quick fix and make it good. And no one will know except for you guys who are watching this video. But anyway, I put the Nutcracker with the star in the center because I like imagine him as being like the captain of the Nutcrackers, and then the other guys are just like his soldiers. So I color him in red. I do the soldiers in green, and then we're gonna do hints of gold over top of them. I am now realizing that I did not color the buttons on these, but I am going to do it with a gold gel pen right after I do this voiceover. I did add other finishing details, but not that. You can probably just color over the buttons. They're so tiny. It's annoying to go around them, even though I did. But it's easier to color over the buttons with gel pen, or you can keep them the same color as the jackets, and that's fine. I think a little bit of gold accent just makes it pop a little bit, makes it a little bit more fun. I do add also a bit of like glitter dots in the background just to add a little bit of atmosphere to this. These guys are kind of floating here, so we're gonna add a shadow underneath and everything, but it's just a quick and simple card. It took me about half an hour just because of all the coloring and stamping that's involved in this, because I'm stamping the images, coloring them, and stamping them again. And then I have to move the one on the right to the left and then repeat the process. I did cut out the second coloring of the soldier on either side because I just colored him exactly the same way. You'll see when I get to this guy here, I color his hair in a bit of a lighter brown color, but it was a little bit too much, tonally the same as the skin tone. So I end up going over it with a darker brown, and I do that exact same process with the second one so that it doesn't look like it was colored a bit differently, because layering alcohol markers does change the color a bit. It made it a little bit more on the red side with the brown. So I wanted to make sure that the other soldier looked exactly the same, because nutcrackers are mass produced to look the same. So yeah, and that's how we're going to color those. For all of the straps on this one, I'm doing them in black. You can color these however you want. I stuck with traditional Christmas colors for this card. I might do a second card where I do them in blues or something like I normally would, or maybe like a pastel one would be cute where you do this in like pinks and like minty greens or something, something a little bit more fresh, less holiday traditional. And then maybe do it with like a mint green card base or like a pink card base or whatever. I guess you would do it as pink if you're doing it exactly the same as this. Like if you did the center one pink and the outside ones in the mint, then you would do the card base in the pink or vice versa. Just to balance that out a bit, because I do have 2 green soldiers and the 1 red one, which was intentional. You could have colored them all the same as well, but I like that breakup of color. And then it also helps differentiate their ranks, I guess. So if you wanted to do it in like a more pastel tone, you would do pink, mint, and then do the card base in the pink to bring the pink in a little bit more if you wanted. Or if you're doing like a royal and a navy, you do the navy in the middle, do the royal for the soldiers, or vice versa, and then do whatever you do the center soldier, do the card base color, or like do a matting layer for it if you want. It kind of takes it away from being a 1-layer card, but still, I think it's still a 1-layer card. You're still coloring on 1 layer. Adding a matting layer is not cheating, is it? It might be. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. But I did do my card base in the red cardstock, so not technically cheating, but for the card base, I did do the 65-pound cardstock in the red from Michaels. That's normally what I do for my colored card bases. And then on the inside, I'll just throw a panel of white in there so that you can write your sentiment or whatever. But I don't mind having the 65-pound cardstock because it's usually there, and I'm layering the front so it thickens the card up a bit. And then you're layering on the inside so that you have somewhere to write. So it just adds a little bit of weight and stability to the card. The 65-pound cardstock is also not like super weak or anything. It's just a lighter weight base than what I normally use for my white cardstock, because my white cardstock is all the Hammermill 100-pound cardstock. So, you know, it's just a little different, and I work it a little differently, but it still works. You don't have to add in the panel on the inside if you don't want to, depending on the color of your card base, I would say. Darker colors, I would definitely add it unless you want to write your sentiment in like a white or like a silver or gold gel pen or something to make it stand out. On the inside, like if you're doing a black card base and you do it like silver or white text on the inside, that would still work, but I find it a little bit nicer when you can have like a white panel on the inside, so that's what I do for mine most of the time. And also, if it's like a craft card base, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on which craft I use. If I use the darker one from Michaels, then I will use a white panel on the inside majority of the time, not always. And if it's Nina Desert Storm, that you don't really need to because it's a little bit of a lighter color. It's not like a typical craft. It is a nice craft though. I loved that color of cardstock, and I like using that when I do a lot of my craft card bases, unless I'm doing traditional like rustic cards. For some reason I like the more warm tones of the Michaels Recollections craft cardstock because it's like a true craft cardstock. But otherwise, that one is light enough that you can write on it no problem, or you can add the panel if you feel like it's needed. I have the 80-pound version. That is also thick enough for a card base because I think the GSM is probably a little bit higher on that one as well than these other ones here. And Michaels also has 100-pound options as well if you want your card bases to be a little bit thicker, but you still want colored card bases. And maybe I will do that one day. I'll just go out and buy a pack of the thicker card bases in like a multicolor pack or something just so that I have them ready. But we'll see. Right now I have so much cardstock I don't need any more. But anyway, that's our card for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I'd love to have you here, and head on over to Instagram and or Facebook and follow me over there for additional content here and there. Lately, not so much. It's been a busy summer, but hopefully once the fall starts, we'll get into a little bit more as well. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and until next time, thanks guys. Bye.